What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Call of Duty debuted some new information on Infinite Warfare and DLC 2 today. We knew we were getting some sort of information, and truthfully, I honestly thought we'd get a little bit more than what we did, but what we got was a trailer for the Shaolin Shuffle, which looks absolutely awesome if you ask me, as well as 4 brand new multiplayer maps, Tourista, Scrap, Archive, and Access, which once again I think all look awesome, and they combine together to make DLC number 2, entitled Continuum. Now, I'm pretty stoked on the looks of all this stuff, and it's certainly something that I'm quite looking forward to, but admittedly, I didn't see a lot of this as it went live. I caught the residuals of this when I got out of class, and I heard a little birdie say that Rust was being remade as the map Access. Now, I think that's pretty cool, and no doubt the community is hyped to see the return of... maybe that's just this one... Wait a second, am I missing something? Are there any positive comments here? Now, all jokes aside, the return of Rust is something that is mad awesome, I think, to be able to see the fan favorite returning, but it is for sure in a very strange capacity. On par with the map Shipment for being the smallest map in Call of Duty history, it's gonna be really interesting to see how this works out, the advanced movement systems that we've become accustomed to, maybe not likened, but become accustomed to working with this and trying to tackle this odd beast that is Rust in this sort of form with Infinite Warfare. Now, I think this reimagination is more so a reconstruction rather than just, say, taking the Rust that we knew and kind of just redesigning it a little bit. I definitely feel like there should be a little bit more room here with it, and whether or not that actually happens is something that time will tell, but obviously, we still have the basis of how the entire map works and how we know Rust to really look in the general scale and general imagery and what is showcased with it. But if I were to guess, perhaps maybe a 1.25 or a 1.5 increase on the size, up to that, and you'll have the actual scale of this. Maybe that's my guess, that it's a little bit bigger, but not all that much bigger, so it takes away from everything. But otherwise, honestly, if it was not extended a little bit, I don't know exactly how it would work, because it's a little bit too condensed in the form that it is right now, and the upward verticality is just, once again, something that really throws a curveball at this. It'd be like having a very skinny building as your map, and you can't go anywhere past 5 feet outside of it, but you could climb up it and have the multiple tiers of verticality in the playstyle. And my mind immediately goes for reference the map Perplex from Advanced Warfare. Now, of course, that was nowhere near a small map, but it was a super vertical one, and that to me just got honestly pretty annoying because you would always die from above at some point or another. There was always a level that was looking down on you, and that was something that I didn't really like, so I'm kind of fearful that it turns into this, being that there's not too much surface area, but rather a lot of vertical area. But of course, I have no idea, just like you do here with this. Your guess is as good as mine. I personally think that it would be absolutely awesome, but I think it's definitely highly doubtful that it would happen if there was some sort of movement disabled for the map, where it would take it back to boots on the ground. Maybe use some sort of jamming system or something that you could plug into the campaign and tie it in with that, but otherwise have it just be boots on the ground for one specific map. Can you imagine the hype on that, actually? If you take the classic Rust, reintroduce it within Infinite Warfare, people groan about thrusters and all that kind of stuff because it's going to ruin it, but then take it and then throw this in there where there's no movement whatsoever, it's just boots on the ground, I think that'd be absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, I definitely don't count on that happening, especially since what we saw with the Afghan remake, that being Dominion in DLC 1, there was still the movement system from Infinite Warfare, and that, I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it'd be super cool to see it work out that way. But either way, despite being an odd situation for the map, I'm certainly excited and intrigued to see what this has to offer to the playing field, as well as I am with the other maps, as well as the Shaolin Shuffle. And one thing that I honestly urge to you guys know that I am super open to a lot of different viewpoints here on the channel. One thing though that I urge to you guys, and I hope this happens, I can't obviously control anybody else's opinions, but we haven't played it just yet, and I personally do not want to pass judgment on this Rust remake or the rest of the DLC map pack until I get my hands on it. And honestly, I think that's the way that it should be. I don't think that we should say this is absolute trash or this is fantastic until we've had our hands-on experience here with it ourselves, or at least until anybody has, where they can give you their valid input on it and their honest opinions on the maps. So I know that I can't control anybody else's opinions, but that's something that I just hope you guys can understand my viewpoint and maybe have the same as well, because these dudes put a lot of time into developing their game, and sometimes they're just dealt a bad hand where not everybody really enjoys what they're doing, but but they're still putting the time in, trying to please everybody, and having met all the guys at Infinity Ward, they're super passionate and they really want to do best for the community. It's just sometimes just doesn't work in their favor. But all in all, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. I want to let you guys know about this, bring you guys a little bit of a different perspective on this news here that you've probably seen a million times in your sub boxes. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Leave your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of the Rust remake here within Infinite Warfare? Are you guys pleased with it? Are you guys excited for it? Or are you guys super skeptical and not necessarily looking forward to it? Whatever it may be, feel free to drop it down there in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with everything we have here going on up on the channel regarding Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Mastered, Black Ops 3, and Call of Duty 2017. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that's the best place to get connected with me here outside of YouTube. Practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to check out my conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But toss me a follow, like the video, subscribe. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I will see you guys later. My name is Espresso. Take care and peace.